All right, good afternoon, everybody. Wanted to do a video on some cool teams that I've come up with, having lots of fun with, a ton of fun. Really shook up some things and allowed me to do some stuff and have some more fun. But also, I wanted to finally make a Miko video. I had someone request a breakdown of Miko a while ago, so I'm going to kind of do two things here. A, I'm going to break down Miko for you, and what I believe is a great rune build for him. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to do some PvP with some fun teams that I've been using. So as first, the Miko breakdown. Miko is a wonderful hero. A lot of people call him a one-trick pony, but he's got some cool things if he survives long enough to get him off. So first off, he's a fast goblin rogue. Can't be silenced. He's fast. He's magical. When on a team with Cruel King Bramble, all goblins on the team have increased dodge chance and have a chance to apply paralyze or daze on hit. This hero cannot be cloned. So, on crits, on stuff like that, and with a high skill amount, he can paralyze and or stun enemy heroes. All goblins can. And they have a greater chance to dodge attacks. So you definitely want to have a decent amount of skill on your Miko to increase those chances. Mine is 5195. When on a team with Cruel King Bramble, buffs on this hero last twice as long. So now, if I'm using evasion runes, or if I'm using guardian runes, tank runes, those buffs will last twice as long. If I apply buffs to him, they'll last twice as long. All ally goblins start the dungeon with playing tricks. The first debuff on a goblin hero will be reflected back on the attacker. Can't be stolen, copied, or purged. So if I go into a dungeon with like a Plague Master Skin Pontifex, and he's the only debuff that other team has, they will reflect that back on him, and he will be diseased versus the goblins. If there's no debuff skin or debuff hero like Jhin or Arya, the first time, so let's say Ego Rock wants to freeze people, instead of freezing the goblins, it won't freeze him because he's immune, but it's not going to freeze the goblins. It's just going to reflect back on him. Bounce attack bounces 9 times among the available heroes, so the chaotic bounce will do that in a bit. That's null and void because it's not a thing anymore. Apply freeze to any enemy that attacks him twice in a row. So this is great for, let's say you built your Miko fairly tough. If an Arya retaliates, if she doesn't kill him immediately, and most Aryas, well, should, but if an Arya attacks him, doesn't kill him immediately, and retaliates twice because she hits twice on that, it'll freeze her, and then she's dead meat to everyone. If you reflect damage back on him, like a Lily reflecting damage back on him, so let's say you hit Lily and she reflects back damage, and then Miko follows up with it because of the crit, it's going to freeze Lily if she's not in Oak Skin. Blessing of the Seeker. Mocking Blow, a basic melee attack for 12/12 base damage and 30% AoE splash damage to all enemies. So, it's important to have this hero high crit chances, because especially if he's on a team with CKB, Cruel King Bramble, he's going to do a lot of follow-ups based on crit. So you want to have sky high skill on your Miko, so he follows up, and once again, every blow you could stun somebody, you could paralyze somebody, and that splash damage is wicked. The chaotic bounce, that's what I'm talking about. 1575 base damage on target, and it increases 314 bonus damage on each additional hit. So let's say I hit a target once, it's 1575. And if I hit a target twice, it goes over 1900. Hit it again, it goes over 22, etc., etc. The chaotic bounce is absolutely amazing. Applies frozen to all enemies hit. If only one enemy hero is live, bounces will not occur. So if there's only one hero left, at best it'll freeze, /stun, or paralyze them. Selects an enemy hero, makes a clone of it, and replaces an ally for 1 turn. Does a melee physical attack on the enemy for 1697 base damage, and applies Drench for 2 turns. All Drench does is reduce the enemy's AoE damage, but the clone, so you need to have teammates alive to do this, first off. But you can replace an enemy hero, and they'll have all their abilities. So let's say that you have an enemy Lily, and you have one of your own allies, a CKB or a Grandar or whatever you're playing with, you definitely want to copy that Lily. Replace a hero that's not quite as useful. Cast Vines or something. Give some survivability and damage to your team. It's a great ability. Take a break. Send an ally out of combat. Replace it with a duplicate of himself for 3 turns. The duplicate does 1818 base damage. The duplicate has all this hero stats and has a melee physical splash damage that deals 1818. So it's just like a 30% increase. I'm sorry, a 50% increase to the original Miko's attacks and abilities. But once again, if he crits and he's on a team of CKB, that can get crazy fast. And it gives a hero a chance to heal. For example, you have healer runes on a hero, you send them out of combat, and by the time they get back, they're very much healed up after 3 rounds. So now let's do some PvP with some fun teams that I'm having. It's a great team for this. So this is a great team. You're actually a good guy on Discord too. So I've been using assassins a lot lately. What? You've been using assassins? Well, first off, pessimistic dude. They have extremely high dodge chance. B, with Sifu, they have shield piercing. So now Sybil is very, very vulnerable. And I'll show you the build for these guys right after this battle. But you guys are about to get your mind blown. And even if they get lucky and they wind up freezing somebody, as long as it doesn't freeze Arya or Sifu, I really like my chances here. Boom, so he's dead. I'm going to go with this because I have a completely enabled Blood Diamond. Really helps me out with evil. We're going to get that in, and now he's going to die for that. No, well, I guess somehow we didn't dodge. So, blam, blam, look at that. And that was a really nice defense. That was even... Okay, I love that. So, wow, that's pretty nuts. How does it work? Okay. So here's how these guys are built. So if you ever see that defense, just crush them. Stop being scared of them. And no, you don't need new heroes to do it. You can use old heroes. So this is my Blood Diamond. Fairly balanced build, but she's completely enabled. And the reason why she's enabled is because her epic deals 2 times damage and adds 50% crit damage to all allies. So even if she's silenced or something, I'm going to throw that buff on there. And especially if they're Sybil slot 1, I'll show you what to do if that's the case. But if you do this, you're going to inflict a lot of pain. Shadowblade. Why? Because he's going to do this. Assassin allies gain evasion when starting the dungeon. Once again, you want high skill to increase that evasion chances. And this guy is built pretty offensively. There's his stats. Alright, so Sifu. Here's his stats. Pretty standard. But look at this. Pressure points, chance to paralyze on crit. Immune to crit, starts with an Aegis shield. Regenerates health every turn. All assassin allies gain shield piercing on basic attacks. So guess what? Whenever I'm auto-attacking with these enabled heroes, it's shield piercing damage. So now that Oak Lily that's not in Oak form and doesn't have Pollen Cloud in between round 1 and round 2, so fast speed round 2, I'm going to be able to auto-attack that Lily down. Here's how he's built. He's got 2 foresights to block silence, off balance, disease, whatever comes his way, so he can use his abilities. He has 2 festives. So now I can use Warrior Chi. Heal self for 78-94 health. Then allied assassins and warriors gain 82% defense and +1 energy and haste. What? And that leads him right to this. Melee Chi attack for 3189 base damage on target enemy and 2 random enemies that are guaranteed to hit. Attacks can't be reduced or mitigated. So that's insane damage that's shield piercing. So now those guys, those Sybils, they can't dodge, and those Aegis shields won't help. And once again, my girl, allied single target abilities have 100% more damage on crit. And if she's already buffed them with her thing, so he's doing 150% crit damage on single target attacks. So it's extremely, extremely powerful. If you see stuff like this, don't do it. Simply because it's these two, Hansuki and Valken, they're not going to miss. So don't set yourself up for failure. But if you don't see, for example, dwarves, I'm not even going to fight beasts. But let's say you don't see, for example, if you don't see a perfect swing hero, just use this team. So this is a 6193 team right here. And we're just going to use pure assassins. And it's important to have the foresight on Sifu to block that silence, to block that off balance if there's an Arya here. And so it's a pure luck if he even hits anybody here. But he does, so he's going to get that. This, as you guys can already see how this is going for him. Like that shield piercing damage, so do I. I'm just going to do this to give everyone haste. He's going to miss. Watch this damage here. Watch that. Watch this guy. So there's 6193 rune power team. And as you can see, my team's not even hurt. Not even hurt. So remember, sometimes it's just a matter of digging back in the playbook and not so much worrying about new heroes or what have you. So this person has, they don't have another there. So on these Sybil teams, it's really simple, and this is another really fun team, in my opinion. If you ever see this, they get Archon immediately. So I put that there. I'm going to use Sifu still because he's going to give, all these guys are warriors. So what if they got haste round 2? Okay? So if you ever get a Sybil first team, they immediately, and I'm talking immediately, get Archon. My Archon is built extremely offensively. He's going to do his tongue lash crap. And then they die. So just so you know, that's how you beat every single, not just one or two, every single Sybil first defense. That's exactly what you do to them. Sybil has no place in slot 1. Once again, so this is just, you could do this to all these people, but right here, this is simply just go assassins. It's that simple. We'll go with her, there, Sifu, and Arya. And Arya, as you know, if she gets hasted from Sifu, she's going to be able to get Prime Twist and Sand in the Eyes off on the same round. So here comes Hail of Arrows, lots of misses, and lots of killing. I got lucky. Don't kill my blood diamond, you dirty bastard. I'm gonna, no. Okay, well, that really sucks. Interesting that I lost energy there. I don't know how we lost. I want to know how I lost energy. Alright, so now we're going prison rules because... and that's boom bang. That was closer, way closer than it was. But you see that? My whole team lost energy, and I want to know why. Let me see if I got one more. Yeah, so I'll just do this one. So in this case, let's go here. We'll go with Zolkdod. We'll go with you, and then we'll go with Malice. You're like, Brad, don't do it. This looks crazy. I know it looks crazy. Let me have this. I've got it. People are like, Brad, you ain't got it. You could die. What about your chillins? What about your chillins? I don't understand. Anyway, so first off, we're just going to pit this guy because I don't want my whole team to be frozen and suck. But now, no one's going to get hit. And watch this undodgeable attack go to work. Bang, bang, bam. And she's paralyzed, which means no one can dodge shit. Goodbye. And in case you're wondering, my Malice is completely enabled with the shield piercing. How that Agnon only took 4k damage right there is a freaking miracle. So bada boom, bada bang, there you have it. Rune up your Sifu, folks. It's super fun. It's super fun against those Miko teams. Ultra consistent. If you have any questions, just message me online, Discord. Post your questions here on YouTube. I enjoy answering, enjoy the support. Y'all have a good one.